You're watching Afro World View. Thank you so much indeed for staying with us. We go back to our top story, which is, of course, developing. We cross back to Nasipi in Cape Town, who is with her, Mayor Patricia de Lille. Over to you, Nasipi.
Well, good afternoon to you again, Mpho. I am joined by the mayor of the city of Cape Town, Ms. Patricia de Lille. Mayor, just talk to us through, the battle between you and the Democratic Alliance has been going on for months, 10 months if I'm correct. What was the reasoning behind you, giving in after such a long battle and resigning?
It has always been my purpose, all of the 10 months and more, to say, look, I am prepared to subject myself to a disciplinary hearing that's open to the media, and that the evidence of all of these allegations must be tested. And I'm still committed to that. In fact, tomorrow my lawyers was going to meet in a pre-trial conference. That was finding a legal solution. We started discussing a political solution with the party for the past 2-3 weeks. And to say, how can we get out of this so that, the party can move on, I can move on. A lot of reputational damage has been done both to the party and to myself. And how do we manage this going forward? And therefore came the decision by the party to withdraw the charges. And by withdrawing the charges, all of those untested allegations, where there were no names of people, no surnames, all of those things become an issue of the past. I have said now that I've been vindicated, that I've cleared my name, I'm also prepared to move on. And therefore, I have agreed to resign as from the 31st of October. The next 3 months, I will be spending making sure that the pro-poor budget is landed in our communities, that there's a smooth transition to the new mayor, make sure that all of our housing projects is implemented in the city to integrate our city. So that's what I'll be doing for the next 3 months.
Mayor, you're speaking about moving on with your life, and also transition.
Yes.
Mayor, do you still remain a member of the Democratic Alliance? And how is the relationship like now, following these court battles that we've seen playing out in the media?
Yes, I still remain a member of the Democratic Alliance. I will continue to implement the integrated development plan in the city, continue to implement the manifesto of the DA and the policies of the DA, and of course the objectives of the constitution of the DA. I remain committed to that. I remain committed to building an alternative in our country. But for now, right now, where we are in the history of our country is that as leaders, we must put our differences aside. And we need to rise above those differences and make sure that we concentrate on fighting the inequalities, making sure that people get land, people get homes, and providing services to the poor of this country. Because, one day we will be judged by history as to putting personal differences first. For me, it's never been about me as a person. I've been fighting against apartheid before this since a very young age. I'm still fighting for inequality, against inequality and justice. It's not for me about personal gain. It is about serving my country.
Mayor, the ANC also released a statement following the news that broke of you resigning on the 31st of October.
Yeah.
We know that the ANC has also, fingered you and accused you of corruption and nepotism. And they also said that because they weren't, supporting these motions that were put, were tabled against you. And they never supported these motions. And the reason was that they wanted you to leave in a manner that... or rather, they wanted, to hold you accountable of all these allegations that, were put against you. But now they are saying that, you have rather opted for a sweet backdoor deal with the Democratic Alliance. What are your thoughts in regards to that?
I certainly respect the democratic rights of the ANC, and I certainly respect their opinion. But what will be wrong is when they use their opinion to judge me. Instead of asking me first, and I will put the facts before them, an explanation before them, all of those allegations of corruption has never been proven anywhere. My name, Patricia de Lille, has become synonymous in South Africa in fighting against corruption. I've just said to everyone who's made these allegations, please just bring the evidence. And so that this evidence can be tested. And up till today, as we speak, there's been no evidence produced against me that is about corruption. So if the ANC's got that evidence, they must bring it. Because you can't just be accusing somebody, then you're the judge, you're the jury, and you find that person guilty. That is what natural justice demands within the country's constitution. But I will certainly look at the ANC statement later on.
And then lastly, Mayor, before I let you go, do you think, the battle between you and the Democratic Alliance, which we saw playing out in court the past few months, was it worth it?
It was worth it, every step of the way, because that is how our constitution is being designed, the separation of powers between the executive, parliament and the judiciary. And that our judiciary is independent, and when there's a dispute of interpretation or anything, it's always good to turn to the courts to resolve it. And that is what I've exercised my right to go to the courts. And I've been successful in the courts. And that should not be seen that I was trying to run away from any disciplinary hearing. I've always asked the disciplinary hearing must go on, must be open to the media, bring the evidence and let go. And I'm still committed to that.
Thank you so much. That was the outgoing mayor of the city of Cape Town, Ms. Patricia de Lille, saying that she is feeling vindicated because for the past few months, dating back to last year, she has been saying that she is innocent and she would like, evidence to be presented before her, and the evidence that the Democratic Alliance has and the ANC in the city of Cape Town has to be presented and also tested. She is saying that, she is feeling vindicated, and also she mentioned earlier on that she did draw strength from the South Africans who supported her, and she'll continue serving Cape Townians and South Africans, and also said that she remains a member of the Democratic Alliance.